Hello and welcome back to the Overthinking Gamer. We are back with Lord of the Rings Online. Hopefully things work this time. Been a while. Just been kind of a rough week. Things are looking up. Cool, things look good. There, cool. Alright, so okay. We are back. Last time we were doing Swanfleet stuff, and we're almost done with the Swanfleet, and then we're gonna move on to Cardalon. We will do more questing, and once Cardalon's done, probably head off to Edenwaith, where we have more of the epic quests to do with the Grey Company. Ride of the Grey Company. So yeah, forget exactly what we were doing, but do all your quests. $90 quests. Hello, Melotol, Hadrowin, past and present. 138. God dang. Anyways, kind of forget what we were doing here. Collect choice cuts of meat from beasts in the store vales. I can do that. True. I guess that's a choice cut of meat. Any of these beasts. There we go. Of course, we are really overpowered for this area, so. Not too much of a problem. Do most of these quests. There we go. Alright. Hello, Guam. How you doing? How you doing? I hope your night's going well. That's good. Happy to hear it. Happy it's going well. Hello, butcher shop of Clegger. Oh, sire.
These cuts are choice indeed.
Well done, my friend. I'll get to solve reserving these meats right away. You're always welcome to help out the store, Vale. Now I'll tell my neighbors what a help you've been today. They might not appreciate it immediately, but they will when winter comes and the bellies are full rather than empty. You hear Meneldir calling for you outside. Hello, the ranger. Hi, Rocco. How you doing? Hey, Claws, bruh. A cat, ow. When you kill Sauropod, one of these days, about 10 years from now. Hello. I should have warned you the folk in Swanfleet will often put you to work, Urugon. Comes with territory, you might say. So the mayor of Clegger is waiting for the overdue return of some of his hunters. Hope they do not run afoul of a raiding party like the one that attacked Mosswood. I'll take a look around and see what I can discover. Perhaps you can check in on the situation in the other two villages in the Store Vales. Someone in Glenhelig or Lintrev may have seen something. Can you sit down? Can you lay down? Bruh. Whatever. Wait, the game actually lets you kill? Sorry. Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's that's a thing. I think. We did fight Sauron earlier, though it was in a flashback. He was in his elven form. Where the fuck am I going? I don't even know. Okay, so we got... There you go. This way. You have a few tier 3 stuff. Why is this adding one? What is happening over there? 1.5 speed? Weird. Spin up voices are infuriating. Mean. I'd imagine that. I guess you go. Way back up, back down, around, whatever. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Ford. What is happening? I do me, you do you. Yeah, you do you. I don't know why this wasn't on. Before that, you got to asking me questions. Yeah, they do that. What's an ad? Never had one. No, I don't get ads. Shit. I thought you'd be down here. Wait, did I miss? I missed the turn, yep. Dervil Crintack smiles at you. He is certain to have news for you.
Goblins and Uruks?
Oh,
You must be mistaken.
any such creatures around here would be dog on the down for months and months, if not years. Someone would have said something if such villains as though that were sprawling about. We stores are a rough and tumble folk, friend. We're not afraid of much, and that's the way it should be. We don't frighten easily, unlike some others I might name, but I shan't, for we also believe in being polite. Well lowers his voice, now like the stores of Lintrev. Shouldn't hear that from me. Okay. Don't think you were very helpful. Wait, that's the sign. It's the only marker indicating where you're supposed to go to get to this village. Wow. Also, did I fit? Yes, I have it. Yeah, you got it. Alright, we're back in Lintrev. Nears Traffurth nods agreeing to you, eager to share local gossip.
Uruks and goblins! You cannot be serious!
Storvales are peaceful, and the quiet is only occasionally disturbed by the howling of wolves and the carrying on of our neighbors in Glenhelic, of which I assure you we do not approve. But you did not hear that from me. Well, I one big happy family in the Storvales, and all three villages get along quite famously. Nears lowers her voice. If I was pressed to put the villages in a sort of order, I'd place Lintrev at the top, followed by Clegger, and it would be Glenhelic that brought up the rear. Still, I would not wish goblins to yours put into any of my fellow stores. Not really. Oh yeah, I forgot to get my stuff. Thank you. This. An essence or tracery reclamation selection box. Reclaim the essences from a single piece of equipment, return them to your inventory. Tracery, I guess? Can you take me to Clegger?
How do you do?
Clegger. How doth one do? Why is this like this? Here. Talk to Malbadog Torlan in the village of Lager.
Seems these are strange days indeed.
I will not say you are right, but, well, let it be known that mayors are never to be embarrassed, especially not in their own village, and the word of an outsider must always be judged with a grain or two of salt. It is all to say, when the Hudds has returned, and his tales was peculiar, you better hear from him.
There are Uruks about, stranger.
Me and Druzy Begwill were out in the brush, lying in wait for one of the boars of the store veils to stray within reach of our bows, when we saw one of the vile creatures looking about. And we changed our choice of target right then and there. Not for eating, you understand. Perished, the thought. But we caught him. We caught ourselves in Uruk, and now we need to decide what to do with him. Plumed hat. I kind of want the hat.
I left Druzy behind to guard the prisoner, so I could ask the mayor what to do.
But if you and this ranger are up to it, I could lead the two of you back to the prisoner. It's not that far. What do you say?
We had better follow him to his captive, and quickly.
Stores are hardy folk, but I fear the harm an Uruk warrior might do, though he be the captive. Liz roll.
Lead on, Flan. Where does your friend hold captive this Uruk?
Not far now, just a quick jog up the hill. Sorry about the chill in the air, friends, but we're almost there. This way. Follow me and no dawdling. Wait. Do you hear that? Woohoo! What good fortune. Boar steaks will serve us well for the winter. You were supposed to be bringing us your captive, Flam. Oh yes, oh yes. This way. Druzy, how fares the captive? He is fine, he knows not to try anything. But more importantly... You see those boars? They ran right past here, and I would have loosed some arrows at them, but I didn't know what to take attention off the captive. They were big, though, and they'd have been meat enough on those bones to prepare quite a few boar meat steaks for the folk of Clegger. Tell me that you saw them and that Flam was quick enough with his bow and knife to get them. You assure Druzy that the boar meat can be brought back to the village when you are done here. Perhaps there are more pressing matters at hand? Well, pressing, yes, I suppose, but still, those boars really were something, and it would be a shame to let so many potential dinners escape without at least trying. When I get free of these rats, I'll make you pay. You'll wish you'd never crossed Ushtul. No idea what's coming for you, for all of you. Why did you come to Swanfleet? The fighting Urukai go where they please. Well, that's not true. Nowhere is safe for you. I think you will find you are wrong about that, creature. Is that so? My boys had their orders, but that's done. Once that's done, I think they'll want to stay. There's good eating to be had in this valley. Plenty of vermin. How dare you? Wait, something approaches. Oh? Ready yourselves, friends. Thought you'd never hear them. Come get me, boys! These newcomers must be here to rescue our captive, Rugon. Let us show them that they've erred and badly. We will not let them go without a fight. Juicy, maintain your vigil. Flam Rugon to me. Oh my, I think our captive is dying. What a pity. This is an Uric arrow. He dies by the deeds of his own kind. They were not here to rescue him at all. This changes nothing. You will die, even more painfully than I. You're still visibly gathering his strength. Hatred flaring in his eyes. Hear me, all of you. Hear the words of Ushtul. You will die at the hands of the Urukai. Shaku has made us a mighty force. Shaku, this is your leader. I hope he is stronger than you proved to be. Not frightened of your kind, Ushtul. Shaku. Saruman. Oh, he said it. Ushtul breathes his last. He is dead. Oh, he said Saruman. Saruman. Always be the name of the White Wizard. What do you mean by that? Gee, I wonder. Could Sharky be?
Thank you for aiding my folk. It reflects well upon you and upon me.
That you were willing to help the people of the Storvales in this. It reflects well upon me that I called upon your assistance. That's the mark of a good mayor, you know, selecting the right person for the job at hand. I have had little to do with wizards, but I can tell you if my friend's expression these tidings of Saruman can mean nothing good. Perhaps this gift will help speed you on your way to combat this new and unpleasant development.
Why does your ranger friend just stand there, like a lump on a log?
Speak up, man. What has got it into him?
I cannot believe this.
Can it be true that Saruman commanded these Yoriks to attack the folk of Swanfleet? Why would the wizard wish to harm to the folk of Mosswood? He has never been a watchful protector of Middle-earth. What can have changed? He has ever been a watchful protector of Middle-earth. What can have changed? Must be a lie. There can be no other explanation. Let's turn to Mosswood and see how the people there fare in our absence. I cannot believe Saruman is capable of such treachery. There must be something else to blame for the orc presence in these lands. Well, I don't think there is. So now I want to go to Langar, but I guess we go north. Meow, 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 meow. Hello, don't mind me. Used by the ruffians in Radlaw to hold prisoners. I owe you one. Okay, there we go. A simple rat parcel that holds a sentimental value to a certain hobbit. You found the parcel. Oh, there's our cage. I see it now. Bye bye now. Oh, 28 out of 30? Serious? The 30 brigands in Swanfleet. There we go. Oh, my inventory is full. Brigand Slayer of Swanfleet advanced. Defeat many. 60. My hero. Ancient tome. Special tome. The content seemed to be obscured from vision. Found Ron's book. Oh yeah, I need to sell stuff. Sell. I don't keep that. Well. Yeah, vault, please. Oh, I got a lot of space now. Forgot that I bought some vault space. First of all, 20. Just, yeah, okay, there we go. Put that in there. I can get rid of this. Bye-bye. Alright. To that. Sell. Bam. And open vault, please. I guess I'll leave that in. Super. Okay, so I got so much space though, so I'm gonna go bonus. Get rid of that. Probably get rid of that. That in there. And then probably put some crafting stuff in here too. He's gonna get some stuff. I'm not doing jewelry at any time soon. Okay, I think the rest is fine, probably. Although, yeah, it's fine, I guess. Yeah, we should give her a little more. It's fine. Okay. Right, you are saved, my friend. Be gone! You have my thanks. And my axe. Place smells horrible. Alright, so everything here. Yep. So now I'm gonna go north to here and then take a horse back down to here. Then we can take a horse to Mossward. Wooden chest. I'll take. Thank you. Also running out of wardrobe space. Is that it? I don't even get. It's one extra. That sucks. 10 spaces, go to 30. Yeah. Need to get that at some point, and I need to be going north as well. Oh my god, can't see! The hell? The power just went out. Okay, weird. What the hell just happened? Anyways, trying to... Man. Let me go. Now entering Eastern Old Road. Old South Road. Eastern Old South Road. Well, try not to die here. About right about here. Okay. You motherfucker, that's some bullshit. Hey, well, that actually helped, I guess. Where I was wanting to go. So that's nice. Hello again. Our envy to Mosswood sent you away? Good. Looking for work, you're going to the right place. The community is a new one, and there's too much to do. Alright, cool. I'll talk to you. Now I need to go.
Leave us alone. We will leave you in peace.
Clegger, please. Bum.
Just a moment.
Oh, it's really good for all you've done. My friends are home and safe. I just hope you will sooner rather than later get rid of those ruffians. My business cannot succeed here if they continue bleeding this town dry of its labors. I might have to move on from here to keep my friends safe.
What do you need?
Ah, yes, that's the one, The Path of the Light. This is quite a rare book, and I'm so grateful that you were able to find it. It impressed me with the story, a tale of mighty warriors from beyond the twinkling night sky, vanquishing evil where it hides. They wield blades of dazzling light. Rather far-fetched, but the adventures those warriors go on are quite fascinating. Perhaps not. It's not a story just anyone reads. Again, a rare legend.
Hello.
That's the one. They've retrieved this from me. Brigands have been pestering us folk for a while, and I feared our family might lose it. Please deliver this to my cousin Gwenfor in Glenhelig. Now, the way to Glenhelig is very rough. I cannot personally show you the way, but I have an acquaintance that could. Follow the road east across the river and speak to Cranog Dambring. They wander along the banks close to a watermill looking for odd trinkets. What if I don't wanna? What if, like, I already know where to go?
looking for Glenhelig, are ya?
Not really.
You and everyone else.
The ruffians out of Radlaw have been causing all kinds of chaos for the Store of Ales. How do I know you're not one of them? Tell you what, if you can stir up some trouble in Radlaw and perhaps teach a few of those ruffians a thing or two, I'll show you the way to Glenhelig. Sound like a deal? I already know where Glenhelig is, you assholes. Brachial crust? What? I don't... What are you saying? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Defeat ruffians in Radlaw. Crustular photography. I don't know what to say to that. Just go this way or the other way. I feel like Alright, I think away, maybe? Going the right way now. Oh yeah, we're going this way then. Third broken leg this session. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god. The fuck? Come on. Jesus. Wish these trees would get out of my way. Okay. Back to Glenhelig or whatever. Oh my god, what the fuck? Try to jump over that rock, that did not work. I'm back. Hello. Teach me the way of the place that I already know how to get to.
Hello.
Word travels fast in the Storm Vales. Ruffians are in a panic in response to your actions. Alright, I'll tell you how to find Glenhelig. You know the roads you took to get here? Follow it north. I have little trail markers along the way for you to find the secret entrance to Glenhelig. They'll point you in the right direction. Follow the trail markers precisely, you should be able to find Glenhelig. Strange marker left by someone to show the way. Marker points to a new location. Strange marker. Yep. Marker points to a new location. Trail becomes clear to you. Yeah, it's almost like it just goes straight. We found Glenhelig. Thank goodness. How would I ever be able to find it?
Hello.
Ah, Larry sent you. Judging by your face, I'd say you were quite disappointed. Oh. Wait. This is indeed Glenhelig, and no, it's not a floating village. I'm going to have to give Larry what for. Ever since they left to go on their adventures, they've been spreading all kinds of fantastical rumors about the place, telling all manner of folk that our humble town floats in the sky overlooking the river. You're not the first to appear to me with such despair. But enough about them. Thank you for delivering the parcel. It's quite important to our family.
Could you spare a moment? A strange shadow lingers in the wild.
I have observed its effects for quite some time now. The plants are wilting and the crop does not survive until the harvest. This shadow spreads and harms everything it touches. Since you happen to have survived the journey here, I'm hoping that you might take a look around and try to gather more information for me. Like, investigate the corrupted plant. Corrupted Bolt's foot. Strange shadow lingers. Wow, we learned a lot. Wait, I'm going the wrong way.
Hello.
It's troubling to see. It is as I feared. The corruption has begun to take hold, and it would travel as deep as you have. The corruption on this plant looks even more severe. To travel deeper in the forest, my suspicions are correct, you may find a more potent corruption exists. I see it. Oh, I thought I saw a quest thing. There was not. It should be Right around here, right? Shadow's presence threatens you. Oh. That's a corrupted bear? Oh, well, what is he? Oof, oof. Oof. There we go. Alright, that's 6 times we've broken our leg. Let's go. Guess technically it's 12 legs then. Unless you only break 1 leg each time. Wait, where's the No. Every time I miss it.
Just a moment.
The shadow touches the beasts of land now. It's more dire than I thought. First the plants, now the animals. If we allow this corruption to go unbaited, it could cause a great strife in the Store Vales. My friend in Lintrev has told me similar stories. In fact, he speaks of black riders passing through. I expect he could tell you more. Go to Lintrev and find Nudo Suchik. Regale them of what has transpired, and give them this sample of colt's foot. Lintrev is north of here. Just follow the road east out of Glenhelig. Now, back to Lintrev.
Is there something I can do for you?
The corruption of this colt's foot plant is troubling indeed. You say Gwenfor sent you. She was right. This might explain the recent unrest in Cobbshallow. Cobbshallow? Ever since the Black Riders passed through, the situation here in the Store Vales grows more and more bleak. Our very way of life is being threatened. Loaves of barley bread.
I have witnessed the crossing of black riders through these parts.
Thank you for sharing your story with me.
Shadow along with them.
I have witnessed the crossing of Black Riders' parts. It has had terrible effect on the land. All the spiders of Cobb's Hollow have come to chaos. I have been working together with my friend Koruin to deal with Shadow's corruptive force. Entering into Cobb's Hollow.
It was this very shadow that led me here, and it has kept me here.
Oh, you're the one who helped Nudo. You've both been working tirelessly to combat the spread. I found myself here in the Storvale as my travels to Region. It's this very shadow that led me here, and that's kept me here. If you could help me, perhaps I could create a drought that could ease the pain of the land. I'll first need samples of the blighted leaf. The corruption is strongest in a dark nest, Cobb's Hollow. Travel to Cobb's Hollow and find samples of the corrupted plant leaf. But be cautious, what lurks within is dark and twisted. Alright, back to, I guess, into Cobb's Hollow. You've discovered Cobb's Hollow. Discovered 10 dangerous places in Swanfleet. Explore many encampments of dangerous places in Swanfleet. Scout of Swanfleet. Title awarded, Rugondamarthon, Scout of Swanfleet. Let's explore Swanfleet in great detail. Nice. Alright. Native plant found around Swanfleet has been touched by shadow. Plant native to Storvale has been touched by shadow. Alright, spiders defeated. Now I just need... Wait, it says... Oh, there it is. Oh my god! Stupid fucking webs above me. Alright, now I just need 2 more of the filled wart. Felled wart. There's one. Last one should be this way. There it is. There we go. Alright, I'm back. Got the stuff. Killed the spiders.
Is there something I can do for
The
you?
infestation's gotten worse. Left unchecked, these spiders could multiply and endanger all the store fields. It's bad enough with alien crops and aggressive animals. All that won't matter if this whole land is overrun by this infestation. We must find the Spider Queen taken by the Shadow and defeat them.
I had anticipated a further progressed corruption, but these plants have transformed into something else entirely.
We must act quickly if we are to fight this corruption. We'll find my mortar and pestle by my work table. Take the samples and grind them into workable powder. A mortar and pestle used by Curwin to grind special ingredients. It's now a fine powder.
Take the samples and mix them with the ingredients I have prepared.
Good. Next, you need to take the ground powder and incorporate it into the mixing bowl. I've gathered several ingredients in the mixing bowl already. My work table is nearby. Take the samples and mix them with the ingredients I prepared. Special mixing bowl used by Carwin to blend special ingredients. Draught looks ready.
You have done well. This draught should be enough to stave off the corruption for now.
Carwin examines the jar with an approving look. You need to find a suitable area to spread the draught. A source of running water should prove effective in spreading the remedy throughout the land. Take this file and find a waterfall. There should be one to the south of Lintreve that runs to the Wade water the people that store veils often visit to clean their things. This should be quite effective. Okay. No, probably should have. I want to. No, I'll go around. We'll go around. Carwin's Panacea, created from her instructions to cleanse the shadow. Nacia? How you pronounce that? What does that mean? Panacea is a term that refers to Panacea. Remedy for all diseases, evils, or difficulties. A cure-all. Interesting. Did not know that. Or do I have to be fucking kidding me? How do I get up there? It's not the... How in the hell do I get up there? Look like a human or a body. It's not a body. Corrupted Spider Queen. Defeated the Corrupted Spider Queen. Yippee. Bye-bye now. I'm very confused. Yeah, no effect. What? Literally right here. What the hell do you mean? Oh, okay. This looks like a good spot. Fucking stupid. What the hell? The other side of the goddamn body of water. Find the fishing hole. What? Anyway. The hell are you talking? Well, most of the stores of Mar Talho are master farmers and expert hunters. A few choose to make their living fishing. What? What? So it is in Swan. Why is it for Ed and Wave? Weird. Alright, whatever. Glad I found that, I guess. Title of the water, Rugund Amathon, Fisher King. Your persistence aided you in discovering the fishing hole used by only the greatest of Mar Talho's fishermen. Great, I guess. Hello! Twin Spirit with the raid. Hello! Thank you so much. Hello, welcome. How's it going? Thank you so much. I hope your stream went well. Just oh shit. Hello, welcome. We're just chilling with some Lotro here. We trying to get through questing at Swanfleet. I'm a hunter, elven hunter. Whoa, I'm with the subscribe. Oh my goodness, thank you. Thanks for the gift. Twin Spirit, thank you.
Is there something I can do for you?
Thank you for defeating the Spider Queen. This should slow the proliferation into the store of elves for now. It's just the beginning. We must find a more permanent solution to drive that shadow. We have room to breathe yet. Alright. My VIP quite nicely.
The shadow's corruption.
Yeah, let's go.
But I fear it may not be enough.
Let's go. This should open the warding off. Nonetheless, this gives us more time to come up with a permanent solution. We have done all we can with what we have. That is all anyone can hope for. Whatever looms out there spreading the shadow will soon meet its end. Is that, Alright, finally, I can go to freaking Mossword. So I made there instead of me monitor. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's been a while. Where is... It's here. Okay, there we go.
Good day.
Hello. I need to go to Mossword, please. Thank you. Got to put, I've really enjoyed playing Lotro. Been playing it for, oh gosh. I guess months at this point. Like 7 or 8 months. And, been doing things very out of order. Story-wise, but been through most of Ariador at this point. One place I've been to are Edenwaith and Dunland, Isengard, and Cardalon, which we're going to next. And the Ettenmoors, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it's been good. Really enjoyed. I've just been going through and doing all the quests for each region or whatever I find, you know. So like through here was all like going towards the epic quests, and then from here like into the Lonelands, I think. Yeah, because this took us into the North Downs, then we had to backtrack to Breland at some point, and Up in Evidem and 4Kel. So I'm getting there. Yeah.
What is this? Oh, what a beautiful gift.
When it takes the old boo with the flower sticking out of it, you smile, lighting up her face. Oh, my Geralt, what a dear man he is. It's so thoughtful for him to give up his favorite boot for this delightful little planter. This is the finest anniversary gift I could ever imagined. Do you know I had believed he'd forgotten? They must have Scotty fashion. I say they must have Scotty fashion or replace the boot in this exact style, my dear Geralt. Thank you again, Rogand. Our family's in your debt for so many reasons. Glad I could help. Yeah, I had this in my Steam page for a long time, and I played it a long time ago, a little bit. A townspeople gathers in the square, and hadn't really gotten into it, but must melt down every horseshoe and plowshare in this village. We will do so.
We won't be caught off guard again.
If goblins in York seek to raid our village again, we will make them pay a heavy price for it. Scotty Blade has been working to supply us with arms and armor Rugon, so we'll be prepared if another raiding party comes to Mosswood. We bring us another barrel of the weapons he has fashioned for us, and I will then distribute them to the people of the village. Sure.
How did it go? Did you manage to get rid of that boot?
Tell Geralt about Brielin Winbuck's solution to the problem, and he thinks it over. Well, I never would have thought of that. The boot remains in my home, and reminded me of my adventuring days without the connotation that I regretted my choice to settle down. Which my wife is thoughtful present, a gift that ably demonstrates my commitment to the family. Ms. Winbuck is quite clever. Let us hope she continues to use her skills for good and not for ill. Wait, did you say anniversary? I am fortunate indeed you came to Mosswood, Rugond. I'd quite forgotten that was coming up. That was a close one, my friend. Thanks again. They're all 18, doesn't matter. And leash away. Oh, that's the hardened traveler. Okay, never mind. A barrel of swords inside the Mosswood blacksmith shop. Okay. A barrel of swords. The barrel contains weapons that can be used by the villagers to defend themselves from the aggression of the Yoriks. Oh wow, nice animation. I come. The Yoriks come back, we have to be ready. Sit their barrel of swords, you hear Meneldir calling for you. Oh, there you are. Get going means well, and the folk of Mosswood will fight to defend their homeland from goblins and Yoriks and anything else that threatens them. But against wizards, I do not think they will have a very high chance of survival. Well, here I know of the 3 wizards who are gone, and I'll let you judge our chances. What do you know about Saruman, Radagast, and Gandalf? I've met Radagast. I forgot. I met 2 of these wizards. Little is known for certain about the wizards, but rumors abound. Look out, met Radagast. Meneldir rubs his temple, deep in thought. Of all the 3 wizards, I've only met this one in person. Radagast the Brown, a master of shapes and hues and friend to all good-hearted beasts and birds. He wanders the wild places, secret lands, known only to creatures of fur and feather. I suppose known to some of my kin among the Dunedain as well. He's a jovial chap to me when I meet him. I cannot believe he would turn against us. Meneldir shakes his head, and a little about Gandalf the Grey. They say he walks the land with the aid of an old walking stick, pipe smoke curling out the tall hat that he wears, but I've never seen him. I believe he must keep to himself, choosing not to become involved in the matters of the day. A former chieftain Strider knew him, and believed him to be a kindly soul. I've never known my chieftain to judge someone wrongly, and if he had, it was not his fault but another's. Still, I would not have believed any of the wizards become corrupt either. Meneldir sighs heavily. I've always understood Saruman the White to be the most learned of the wizards, and the greatest of their order. It is said that he is sent here by the powers to guide and instruct those who dwell within Middle-earth. At Isengard he lives, in a great tower built by the Numenorians, Orthanc it is called, and I have heard it contains a trove of knowledge and learning unmatched by the living king or scholar. Can it be that Saruman no longer seeks to protect the people of the free peoples of Middle-earth? I cannot believe this is so. I don't know, Rugond. The aims of the three wizards have changed. They have been corrupted by the evil of all the free peoples of Middle-earth, may be endangered. It's over, yeah. There's much we know for certain. The orcs have come to Swanfleet, believe they do so at Saruman's command. That means the White Wizard cannot be trusted. We need therefore fall silent. We are being observed, Rugond. Someone listens to our conversation. Tegwin. What? I didn't hear anything I wasn't supposed to hear. You told me that an event was supposed to remain watchful for the needs of good folk, and how can I do that if I don't keep my eyes and ears open? Or maybe say exactly that, but I'm sure it's true all the same. If wizards sending goblins and all Urks to attack Mossward, shouldn't we know about that? Shouldn't we know about it? Tell Tegwin that the best way he can help the people of his village is to keep their spirits up and help them prepare the defenses. Okay, I'll do what I can, but I'll have you know I expect to be given more dangerous quests days ahead. I'm an adventurer now, after all, and you and Menelder are going to need all the help you can get, especially if we're up against wizards and their lackeys. Sure, you'll be of great help. I think you handled that pretty well, my friend. Better than I would have, at any rate. I've never had much patience with children. Me neither. Then it's just further afield for some clue to Saruman's purpose. Why would he send goblins and Yorks to attack Mosswood? I cannot understand it. We travel to the east, where the road from Edenwaith into Swanfleet. The raiding party may have come from there and left behind some trace of their passage. I'll see you again when we have both returned. Just for sign of the Yorks where the road enters Swanfleet from Edenwaith. Get all the way over here? Oh my. We can take a horse to, what, Lintrev? Yeah. Or I guess Glenhelg. Yep. Meow. Where? Oh, he's over here. Okay. Hello.
Greetings, friend.
How you doing? Give me the Glenhelg, please. This route, please. Now. So here. Alright, okay. On the road again. Alright. Finally got to the main quests around here. Cat's just staring at me. Wait, is there? Oh. No. No bridge. Shallower though. Can't wait to get on the road again. Yeah, we're really overpowered for Swanfleet though, so been pretty quick getting through here. Hadn't played though in like at least a week. Yeah, I've streamed in a week either. I was able to get some writing done though this week, which was nice. Been working on this big ass script for a video. For a video idea I have. It's kind of a retrospective about Star Wars Knights of the Republic. Dead Yurks lay on the road where it enters Swanfleet from Edidwaith. I'll work on that for a while. It's like 50 pages at this point, I think. The wounds of this slain Yurok were inflicted by the same type of weapon that he carried in life. That has fallen from his grip in death. Yurok was slain by sword much like the one he carried. Sword. Some of the Yurks abandoned their blades in the road through Swanfleet, but not by the choice. They were parted from their weapons only when their lives ended. Yeah, that feels good to revisit stuff we're kind of getting. Yeah, Knights of the Republic I think is like top 3 of my favorite games of all time. Maybe it feels like it's tough. Ocarina of Time would be up there. But man, I should have used the... I'm dumb. I should have used the milestone. Moss word. I did a like KOTOR randomized sort of thing. That was pretty fun. I want to do the same thing for Knights of the Republic 2 as well. Beep, beep. I don't know. Something about Knights of the Republic is very nostalgic and replayable. Except, yeah, it just so much about it I love. The atmosphere, the feeling. You know, like something different about it. Well, no, I might go this way. Had to have been like one of the first RPGs I think I ever like beat. And now I'm really into MMOs. Before this, I was playing Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO. Star Wars Republic is fun too. I got quite burnt out on it. Get into it. If I revisit, I change my mind. I definitely think it's. I definitely think it's hard to get into for sure. I don't even blame you on that. Like, I had a character, a Jedi character I played, and I off and on for a long time. And then I played the Sith warrior character, and I think I liked it a lot better, like the story and everything. But it was definitely hard for me to get into as well.
You bring interesting tidings.
Sounds to me as if the Yoriks quarreled among themselves after they arrived in Swanfleet. For what purpose? The warband may have been much larger when it traveled from Edenwaith and divided into 2 or more raiding parties when it crossed the Swanfleet. Perhaps the decision to attack Mossward was not made by the wizard but by the Yoriks themselves. It's curious. As the wood swords you collected, perhaps Skadi can melt them down and put them to better use in their former bearers. Okay, I can remember who Skadi was. I do for you in front of Mossward is a friend of Skadi Bendblade.
More Uruk blades? I didn't ask for these.
Well, Medilder is right, I suppose. Melt them down and turn them into arms for the defense of Mossward. No one will want to use them as they are now, but metal is metal in my experience. Are any of these in price? No, okay.
Could you do something about Tegwin? He's been bothering me since this morning.
I could use a number of items to restock my supplies. We continue looking into the matter of the raiding party who were gone. Shop stones, boar tusks, and Kraban talons. What do you think you do something about Tegwin? You've been bothering me with questions since this morning. I need to get this work done. Hello, Max Thalus. Level 2. You started.
What can I do to help the village?
I'm
Can
ready
I come
for.
with you?
I'm ready for more important adventuring tasks. Rugon, what can I do to help the village? Rugon, reluctant to send the boy in danger, you ask that he patrol the outer palisade of Mossward. Okay, I guess I can do that. Maybe I can accompany you later? Sure. So what are we doing now? Need to collect boar tusks, collect Kraban talons, and collect potential whetstones. It's funny how the music cuts in so fast and goes away so fast. Overpowered. Still. Right. Okay, there we go. Oh, my inventory's full. Cap of White Downs. Looks pretty cool. But these. Thank you. Four, 5, 6. One more. Or 2 more. And last one there, and then collect Oh. There we go. Like, my freaking inventory's already full again? Wild. I've learned quite a bit writing the script for KOTOR about Star Wars universe. My goodness. I don't realize how much lore there is. Any stone might serve as a whetstone, but only very specific ones can truly come in their full potential. Two. Three. Five and six. Woohoo. Alright, there we go. Now bring this shit back to Mossward. Am I writing the coolest bit of lore? I don't know. I just got done. Let's see. Oh, it's been a lot. I think I just got done learning about the Athorian alien species, whose planet has, well, up to the point of KOTOR, I suppose, the planet had remained pristine because they loved nature, they worshiped nature, and they created herd ships in space. Basically, ships that were, hello, Rocco. Ships that had jungles in them, like their home, because they wanted the nature to remain pristine. They had oracles that were force sensitive, and they were the only ones who were permitted to go back down to the jungles. And their herd ships would be on like specific they'd go on like specific routes. Every like 3 years they'd all come back to the planet. They're called Ethor, I remember. Yeah. And then I was learning about Twi'leks earlier. Which Twi'leks are interesting. There's the first one I came across where there's like differences between the canon and the legends. There's information. Also, humans were like the first species in Star Wars, actually. Dating back 100,000 years. And nobody knows where they came from, although it's theorized that they came from Coruscant. Think of these items were gone, but I'll have you know this. I am quite cross with you. All I want is to be left in peace, free to do my work. Folk are constantly barging in here, interrupting me and slowing down my work. Our boy's mother was just here, winner. She always says he has returned home. Last I heard, you sent him to scout the edge of town, so you can get to go looking for him. You send him back to his parents before they come bothering me again, will you? Oh my goodness. This boy is in trouble. Alright, I'm gonna... Oh, I do have it. I didn't even fucking... God damn it, I didn't realize that... Alright, let's back this way. There's like a lot of things you don't really think about when it comes to Star Wars. Yeah, you take for granted. Remember, it should be here, correct? But footprints? Footprints trample the earth here on the outskirts of Mossward. Uruk bootprints in the soft mud lead away from the village. Do I examine? Footprints are old, most likely made during the Uruk attack on Mossward.
He's missing.
It would not be the first time the boy has gone looking for trouble. What the Uruk's goblins about, he might have gotten in over his head this time. Something... One... Yeah, I go.
You say the boy might have found Uruk tracks leading north?
If he goes that way, he's likely to blunder into the Wade Water. Children of the village are forbidden from going there, but I will not seek to tell you. It has prevailed the more adventurous sorts from exploring that marsh. If Twegwin tried tracking the Uruks there, well, there are plenty of dangers in the Wade Water to begin with, let alone our recent troubles. She followed the road northeast to the Dunlanding town of Langaran, sits on the eastern side of the Wade Water, and their scouts may have seen the boy. Perhaps he went to speak with the Dunlanding villagers there, and is even now enjoying the hospitality of their tales. We should not leap judgment too soon. He may be in no danger at all. All the way up there? Okay, well, good. I have a horse. I can use the Sable Master.
Friend.
Let's go to Langaran, please. Thank you, sire. Hello!
I heard Tegwin has gone missing.
York's in Swanfleet. I feel it is wisest to be in the search as soon as possible. That said, if he is truly made for the Wade Water, I think Uruk's may be the least of his problems. The footing here is unsteady, and like any marsh, and the depth of the pools may be deceptive. There are creatures in the Wade Water that would love nothing more than to make a supper of anyone who strays too near their domain. The most dangerous of these are the Avank, and we should hunt them as we seek the boy. Alright. Let's hunt some Avank. There's Avank? Yeah, there's Avank. Yeah. Like dragony things. a scallop. Ugh. Where the hell are these freaking Avant? Hey, here's one. There we go. There's another one. Nope, it's turtle. Turtle. Turtle, turtle. There's a lot of storks and swans. Hey, there we go. Two more. Yeah, it's also rough, like, researching a lot of stuff for Knights of the Republic, because I have to, like, I mean, it's good and bad. Like, I only have to talk about the things that are KOTOR related within the timeline. But then I have to decipher what stuff is before KOTOR and after. Where in the hell? The monk's at? Where art thou? Oh my god, where are you? I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Hey, there we go. 5, one more. Just need one more. It's not, is it? Nope, moss lurker. Hey, there we go. All right. Deal. Okay. That took much longer than I think it was supposed to. I'm back. My scouting trip.
No sign of Tegwin.
I have seen
I
nothing
have
either.
seen nothing either.
I was training the art of tracking, but this marshland is my skills to test. Just listen for some sound of the boy. We must use all of our senses on this hunt. Hear the sounds of a life in the marsh, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing.
Let's continue
Let us continue our search.
further to the west. Alright. Nothing. A worn wooden sword stands in the mud. Tegwin's simple wooden sword has been left standing in the mud of the Wadewater. Considering. This certainly appears to be Tegwin's sword, abandoned in the Wadewater.
This does seem to be Tegwin's sword.
That is not a good sign, Rugon. Let's listen once again and hope this time we hear something. You may not have much time left. You hear very faintly someone calling for you to the northwest. There he is.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Your adventuring lesson's not complete. You didn't mention how cold and damp it would be, or how often things would be trying to kill me. I stayed away from the Avant because I'm no fool, but even the turtles here tried to stab at me. Still, it was quite an adventure when I first. If you're planning to scold me, you can forget about it. Because I learned something important. I know where the Uruks are going. 864. Oh, sorry, 144. 24. 420.
You would have been very proud of me. I'm certain of it.
I hid in the brush and didn't move an inch, and a scouting party of Yoruks came within a dozen feet of me. They didn't see me, but I overheard them talking about the old elf city to the northeast. That's where they're going. Sounds like that's where they wanted to go all along, and they're planning to join up with a bunch more of their cronies when they get there. It's a good thing I went exploring, isn't it? Maybe I'll tell my parents did the right thing? The old elf city must be Kara Skelebren, Rugon. It's located on the hill to the east, and last I heard, one of my former kinsmen set up a camp not far from there. His name is Duindale, and if Tegwin speaks true, he should be warned the Uruks possess some design upon the city. I'll bring the way back to Mosswood and join you at Duindale's camp when Tegwin is safely returned to his parents. Scout the elf city with Duindale's help, but do not get too close without me. I do not yet know what the Uruks seek. I believe they were simply raiders, but if they do Saruman's bidding in this land, there must be something else. Many dear pauses. One more thing, Rogant. May not matter, not really, but I should tell you this before you speak with Duendil. When I departed the lands of my kin and came south, I did not part on good terms with my people. Duendil seems standoffish to you, it may be because of that. Do not let it trouble you, interfere with the good we seek to do in this land. May fortune go with you, my friend. Alright, so... over there? I guess I have my milestone. All right.
Hello there.
Duendil nods a greeting as you approach. I've been here.
You say you bring word from Manel, dear?
I have not spoken with him since he left us, disgraced by the breaking of his oath. We were friends once and grew up together in Tornhad, but he proved faithless. I'm surprised by only this, that he has not turned brigand, as we all assumed. Perhaps this as well, that he sends you with a message of warning. What cares he for the folk of this land, or any other? Still, the message you bring arrives late. We've been watching Urix move behind the walls of Kara Scalabren for several days now. You're looking for something, but what that might be, we have yet to discover. I encourage you to climb the sloping path to the southeast that leads up to the ruins, or else you'll find something we have not. What? Climb the sloping path to the southeast. South. Ow! Ow! Cat. Pause. Whoa.
Perhaps you will find something we have not.
He's up to the ruins. Swim. Whimsic what? Bodies of 2 Urux lie here in the grass. The arrows responsible for the death of this Uruk remain in the corpse, and their brightly colored fletching reveals them to be of fine elf make. Pull an arrow from the Uruk's back. The arrow was of fine elf make. Oh my god. The arrow responsible for the death of this Uruk remain in the corpse, their brightly colored. Okay. Same thing. You retrieve an elf arrow from the other corpse and you hear someone calling you. Bregaleth.
Those are my arrows. Return them to me and I can slay more Uruks.
I think that's in everyone's interest, is it not?
I am pleased to see we share a purpose. Or at least we have our hatred of Orc-kind in common.
My name is Bregalith. I came from distant Imladris on a journey of my own, but hearing of Yoriks abroad in Eregion caused me to divert my steps. Now I slay the creatures wherever I find them, and will bring word of what I have seen back to Elrond when I know more. You told Bregalith that the Yoriks speak of the wizard Saruman as if he is their master. It is most concerning, but that Yorick serves no master. Let us call the creatures that stalk the ruins of Karas Gelabren, and afterward we can discuss if they spoke truth or falsehood. The Yoriks. Okay, we can do that. Oh, you're a marauder. Yeah. Oh, you asshole. Ow. Your claws need clipped, my friend. Oh, read the Yorick report you collected. Oh, hi. Blah, 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 blah. Bring the Yorick report to Bregalith on the slope northwest of Karas Gelabren.
Slaying Uruks may be its own reward, but finding a clue to their purpose here is even better.
I understand you found a report on one of the creatures. You had the parchment to Bregalith, and she studies it intently. It would be no joy to read the black speech, but it is much worse to speak it than it is to read. Here's what the report says in a language that does not cruelly twist my tongue. Warriors, scout the old forges in Holland, find relics of elvish jewel craft. I want not worthless trash. I desire lore. The elves made rings there. I wish to find their lost artisan knowledge. Bregalith looks up at you. This is worse than I expected, Rugant. For some unfathomable purpose, Saruman the White has betrayed us. He seeks the ring lore of Eregion, and he has sent those Yoriks to obtain it. Stitched hood.
The elves of Eregion were deceived before by gifts and promises of secret knowledge.
Yep, I know all about that. It was a lesson hard learned, but I spent these many years believing this to be true. We learned it well. Need I say we, for I dwelt at Celebrimbo City in those days. It was a grand sight of art and learning, its wide green lawns and smooth stoned lanes to be found on both sides of the river. Mirabel it was, the jewel town. And Karas Gelabren, the silver bastion, was a welcoming place, too welcoming. Bregalith gazed you steadily. I must return to the city above and see the state of it. There may be artifacts within we should keep from the Yoriks, from their master, whether he be a wizard or no. I will examine whatever you find and judge if there is still danger for the elves among the bones of Celebrimbo Citadel, or only grief still to be found. Alright. An artifact from the center, southwest, southeast. I'm in the half-buried statue in the center. Just a lot of stuff, apparently. Did they craft? Quick. Okay, got. Can't make these. Journeyman. Okay. Expert. Nothing. Done. There's some supreme stuff. I can make one supreme thing. What's that XP? 7. Oh, I can't even use. Oh. Need to be able to make one more thing of supreme, and then I'll have proficiency. Alright, what we got here? It's like, okay. Aged hammer. This hammer is very old and would likely not survive one more forceful swing. The hammer, worn with age, nearly falls apart in your hand. The statue has fallen from its once proud place and is now partially buried in the earth. Don't mind me, orcs. Orcs, I guess. Mind me. Cracked plate. A fine spiderweb of cracks renders this plate unusable, but it remains a relic of years long past. It is covered with a spiderweb of cracks, rendering it unusable. Oh my god, hell. It's not an artifact, damn it. Oh, the whole freaking broken column. The once majestic columns of Karas Gellibrand are now broken and in disrepair. Are now sad reminders of war. On the wrong way. There we go. That is not... That's not right. None of the sparkling lamps that once illuminated the great city after sunset remain standing. Illuminate Paris, Gallery by night, remain standing. Discard a pouch. For how long has this pouch remained among the ruins? Pulling the drawstring reveals the pouch now contains only dust and splinters of rock. The pouch now contains only dust and sprinkles of rock. Oh yeah, we found some good stuff. Can I get down from here? Am I gonna die? Whoa, well, I'm gonna die. Okay, cool. Got another broken leg. It's 9 so far.
These are sad reminders of times long past.
But they are surely not what Saruman seeks in this place. In my heart I know for what he searches, so just ring lore he desires, the same knowledge with which the builder of this city was instead. If he finds it, I fear he could work great evil upon the lands and peoples of Middle-earth. Bregalith gazes at the horizon, obscured by distant fog. Even from the hilltop above, you hear the harsh calls of orc-kind, even over the wind. After a moment, the awful word turns back to you. I will tell you the tale of the Jewel Town and the Silver Bastion, so you will know how we were deceived, and you will know why it must not happen again. It is of Entheron I must speak, the giver of gifts, but you will know him by another name, for he is Sauron, and he is the enemy. Yeah, I already know the story.
After the fall of Balerion, most of my people came to live in the land of Lindon to the west.
Under the benevolent rule of Gilgalad, bonds of friendship were made with the dwarves of Ered Luin, but a thriving trade in metal and gems with that people dwindled as the Longbeards suffered war and disaster of their own. Yearning for Mithril to fashion into their works of art and beauty, many of the Noldor followed the dwarves as they journeyed eastward. Led by Celebrimbor, descendant of Fëanor, the elves settled in the holly-covered hills beneath the west gate of Khazad-dûm. There was once again friendship and trade between elf and dwarf, and Celebrimbor's city in Eregion thrived. Eregion was still a young kingdom when the men of Numenor arrived. Tar Aldarion, the king, sailed up the river Gwathlo and debarked to explore the Swanfleet on foot. He befriended Celebrimbor and forged alliances with the elfsmith. In return, they taught some among his people techniques of armor shaping and the graving of Ithildin and moon runes. In time, Adalrion grew old and became no more to Caras Gellibrand, but the friendship between his people and mine endured. The friendship endured, but it was tested. The Numenorians were seafaring people, and they had long exhausted the forests of their island home. They hungered for timber to build more mightier ships. Lady Galadriel, who dwelt for a time in Eregion, often danced alongside the lily-covered waterways, despaired to see the toll taken upon the wide woodlands by Numenor axes. When the shipbuilders began to dredge her beloved Swanfleet and build dikes to channel the waters, she entreated Celebrimbor to stop the men of Numenor from harming the land.
It pained Celebrimbor to see the woods and fens so ill-treated, but he did not want to harm his alliance with the men of Numenor.
He counseled them to take great care of the land, but his words were not heeded. Galadriel's sorrow became too great, and she turned her attention to Laurelin Dornan and other distant lands. Celebrimbor gave up the woods at last, turning all his attention and skill toward mastering his craft. Together, Celebrimbor and his fellowship of jewelsmiths became the most renowned workers of riches in all of Middle-earth. If they could not halt the slow degradation of the island's beauty, they would at least seek to supplement and preserve it through their craft. And so they were ensnared.
I can still see this city as it was, during the height of its beauty. So much was lost.
Yeah, I've been here before. Silver Bastion became a shining jewel itself, a beacon of art and music and culture that drew the attention and the love of many from distant lands. Caras Gellibrand and Mirabel became places of such beauty they recalled the fabled elf halls of old, and trade with Lindon thrived. But not all who watched this from afar watched with friendly eyes. Land of Mordor, to which he fled following the defeat of his master Morgoth, Sauron seethed. He feared the rising might of Numenor, and despite having drawn orcs and other fell creatures to his service, he knew he did not possess the overwhelming numbers with which his master had dominated the world in past days of triumph. He devised a scheme by which he would use his enemies' weaknesses against them. So he came to Eregion in fair guise, masking his true nature. He called
himself Antheron.
Word of your craft skill is spread far and wide, my lord Celebrimbo, even into the uttermost west. I am humbled by your presence here, Antheron. I see your arrival an omen of good fortune. Accept my greetings and my welcome. You'll be my honored guest. Daron had gone first to Lindon, but Gil-galad mistrusted him and refused to treat with the strange newcomer. It was in Caras Gelabren that the Lord of Gifts found one whose lineage and whose hunger for secret knowledge made him the perfect target for Antheron's promises. Celebrimbo could not resist, and before long the new arrival became a mentor to him and to the jewelsmiths of Eregion.
Not all who dwelled at Caras Gelabren trusted this new arrival. Celeborn saw something in the Lord of Gifts that troubled him.
I cannot say why I am so disquieted, or Noril. Share your unease, my lord. The bright company will go wherever you lead. Show us the threat and we will end it. That is the heart of the problem, my friend. What is the threat? Though Galadriel had gone, Celeborn remained at Caras Gelabren. As Eregion's chief defender, he refused to abandon these lands and sought instead to protect them against the stranger who had seized Celebrimbo's ear. And Daron hated the bright company and steeds and summoned one threat after another to trouble them. Celeborn and his warriors were often drawn away from the city, and many a noble elf was slain in these engagements. But still, the Lord of the Bright Company could not connect these rising threats with the newcomer Antheron and his too ready smiles.
Despite the mistrust of some at Celebrimbor's city, Antheron did not remain idle. He gathered to himself promising students and gave to them secret knowledge. But whatever he taught them, always he held something in reserve. Always there was more to be learned, more instruction to be given.
How will we know we have mastered what thou hast taught us? Promising among you would know Narmaleth. What's Narmaleth? I know Narmaleth. Students were not his only pupils. In the years past, Antheron grew more and more brazen. Celebrimbo and his jewelsmiths fell further beneath his thumb, ensnared by his promises of secret knowledge and the working of crafts both beautiful and powerful. The jewel town and the silver bastion thrived, and the glory of Celebrimbo and his jewelsmiths only increased year after year. But the true masterpiece of Caras Gelabren was its ring forge.
Antheron convinced the jewelsmith to forge great rings of power. Long they toiled, until at last their work was complete.
Set of 7 and a set of 9. You are certain these great rings will help preserve the land. So they'll protect the lands of those who wear them, my lord. Give them to the hole diggers and the fellers of trees. The The degradations they cause will be slowed. Owes your arrival no man of good fortune, Lord of Gifts. Yet I undervalued the help you would provide. Serve the powers, my lord. As do I in all things. Celebrimbor gave to the kings of dwarves and men the rings he had made, and for a time he knew peace, not knowing he had been deceived, not knowing that what he had done would nearly undo the world. Shortly afterwards, Anthron departed. He would return to Eregion only once more, and when he did, he would bring death and destruction with him. But after he was gone, Celebrimbor began to doubt. In time, suspicion awakened in his heart, and he began to worry that Anthron had ensnared him by his own greed in some devious scheme. He decided to use the art he had learned to forge 3 more great rings, unknown, the treacherous Lord of Gifts. He believed he and his kinsfolk could use these 3 rings for protection, should matters go ill. Ooh. Place of unimaginable evil. Cracks of doom. And Thrawn returned to Mordor. In the heart of his kingdom he cast aside his fair guise. He had no more need for deception. In Mordor, the Dark Lord Sauron sought the fulfillment of the scheme for which he had planned, walking unnoticed among his hated enemies for so many years.
You go on ahead. My words will guide you, but I go no further than this.
Okay.
Heat of Orodruin, Mount Doom, Sauron forged the ruling ring. 1 ring to rule them all, 1 ring to find them, 1 ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie.
Beautiful.
Celebrimbor had kept 1 of the 3 for his own.
At the moment the Sauron placed the ruling ring on his own finger, Celebrimbor knew his danger. He removed his ring and vowed to never wear it again, lest his mind be dominated by the Dark Lord. Those the jewel smiths who had similarly kept rings were made to give them up, sometimes by force. The 3 rings were sent in secret to hidden bearers. Messages were sent to men, dwarves, and elves, in which Celebrimbor admitted his folly and warned of the coming war. So were the folk made ready to defend Middle-earth, but it would not be enough to save Eregion from the ravages of Sauron. The gates of Mordor opened, and the armies of Sauron came forth. He would seize as many of the rings of power as he could, but the 3 remained hidden to him, and he touched them not. Manildir has returned from his errand to Mossward.
The gates of Mordor? The armies of Sauron?
What did I miss? Surely it's not as bad as all that. Sauron has been dead for 3,000 years. Today Mordor is an empty land. Manildir squints at Bregalith. So his elves have trouble marking the passage of the years. I mean, no offense, Rogond. 233.
I returned Tegwin to Mossward.
Well, I was unable to coax a promise not to venture again into the wild. His parents gave him enough chores to keep him occupied at least until adulthood, at which point I think our obligation to keep him safe must surely lapse. I swore no oath to the farmers of Swanfleet. Neildir studies your expression and sighs heavily. Dunadil did not speak kindly of me, did he? I am not surprised, Urugond. In my heart I still hold the cause of Dunedain most dear. But I understand my folk may not believe it, and I cannot deny the breaking of my oath. Who's your new friend? If she hates the Uruks as we do and is willing to aid us, perhaps she can help us track down several of their leaders. Rumor of 3 such villains preceded me here, and I cannot help but think the work would go more quickly if we were to split up, each of us to deal with one. Rumor of 3.
I have hated Orkkind for much longer than you have been alive, Dunedain.
As for the oaths you have taken or broken, I know he to whom you are sworn, or should be. I know what he desires to become. Ask not if I will help you, Ranger of the North. Ask instead if you are strong enough and courageous enough to lend any assistance to Bregaleth of Imladris, of which she could have any need. Bregaleth smirks at Manildir, an amused light dancing in her eye. The Ranger stares back, his mouth open. I will slay one of your York leaders, Manildir, and Rugon will slay another. Can you be trusted with the third? Show the locations to us on the Elf's map, and you will see it done. Afterwards, we can meet at Idhabel, a camp for my people to the north of here. All right. Whee! That was... Ugh. The cracks of doom looked... interesting. Whoa. There's the blueprint. This blueprint remains quite fresh and signals the nearby presence of at least one Uruk warrior. Vakthal bellows a challenge and attacks. Where are you going there? Excuse me, what? The defeat of Vakthal lowered the morale of Uruks under his command. Okay. Where the hell is Idhobel? Oh, over here. Okay. Okay. I guess I can go that way? The hell? Fine. No, I'm going the right way. No. Hey, that's number 10, broken leg. Oh gosh. Hello, meandering Holly. All right, we're back at Idhobel. Wow, you look shiny.
You had success?
Those are good tidings.
Those are good tidings.
But it means Saruman now has 3 fewer war leaders commanding his forces in the area. I spoke with Bregalith while we waited for you to return, and she says there is one more location she wants us to investigate, but soon our time together will be ended. You just must bring word of Saruman's designs to our chieftains, for they must soon ripen and spell doom for Middle-earth.
Meneldir is right. I must soon return to Imladris with these grim tidings.
Winter is approaching, and I must tell Elrond the winds will blow chill indeed if the wizards have turned against us. Saruman's hand stretches forth to seize dangerous knowledge from the ruins of Region. If the White Hand grasps it, who can tell what evils he might next think to accomplish?
My people fled north after Karas Galebin was destroyed by Sauron, and his armies pursued them.
Tale of those who stood in his path and fell defying him is elsewhere told. The defenders of one such place lasted a little longer than many others. At Them Kalakir, the hall of the Swift River, Sauron found his conquest bitterly bought. On a hill to the north, its wreckage still stands. If the Uruks expect to find Ringlor there, they'll be disappointed, I think, but that ruin is the last resting place of many of my kin. Did they bring artifacts of power with them during their retreat? Cannot say for certain, but we should make sure little remains of which Saruman or his warriors might make use. After you have done this, return them to Idhobel. I think then we must part. Oh, except, right. I was finishing a quest. Okay, so I go back up north. We made a real 360. Yorick's Sorcery Piles. Okay. 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Okay, search debris piles. Wreckage and debris. The hull of the Swift River was damaged by both war and the passage of the years. Today, only debris remains. You sifted the debris pile, I find nothing of interest. Find a short knife of elf make buried within the debris pile. Alright, back to Idhobel. Idhobel? Idhobel?
You found Uruks at the hall of the Swift River, I do not doubt it. But did you find aught else?
You hand Bregalet the elf knife you unearthed from the debris at Them Kalakir. She blows dust from the hilt and wipes the blade clean. Unless I'm very much mistaken, this is a dagger of the Bright Company, Rulgond. And many were the glorious deeds as in age past, and long did they fight against Sauron and his minions. Were it not for such worthies as Celeborn and Lorfindil who survived the war, heroic Orenoril who did not, the rout of Eregion might have been worse. I'll bring this dagger to Imladris, where it can be kept in a place of honor. But truly as a weapon of the Bright Company, it is fitting for it to come to rest within the place of refuge for which its wielder fought and likely died.
And so I will bid farewell to you and the Ranger Meneldir, for I must bring this warning to Imladris.
The wizard Saruman has sent Yorick warbands to the ruins of Region and Swanfleet, seeking ring lore. What he desires to do with it, Lord Elrond will know better than I, but surely it can mean nothing good. I believed we had learned the danger of such craft, but perhaps it was not so. I fear we are on the very precipice of danger, Rulgond. I wish you and Meneldir good fortune on your journeys, whatever they may take each of you, but I also have a warning of my own to give. I bid you exercise caution on the road and do not trust others too readily. These are days I would have never expected to see, yet all around me I see signs of the deepening shadow. Maybe the servants of Saruman, or those of an enemy we cannot yet perceive, work to undo all the good that has been achieved in these lands. Farewell, perhaps we'll meet again on a more sunny day, when these cares and worries have been set aside.
I will take Bregaleth's warning to heart, and you should as well.
To that end, might I suggest that we travel one road rather than two, Rulgond. Mustering word of the chieftain of Dunedain of the danger posed by Saruman and Uruk-hai. He will not greet me warmly, and I know not where he'll be found, but this warning must be delivered all the same. I just make for the ruins of Old Cardalon and consult with a friend of mine who lives among them, Nan-Dir by name. He did not cast aside our friendship when I left. He will know where to find the Dunedain we seek. I appreciate your company on the road. After I've delivered my message, I will leave you at the finest tavern I've ever known, the Inn of the Prancing Pony in Breetown. From there, you will surely find a path to whatever adventures you might wish. What say you, my friend? If this course seems good to you, I recommend that we return to Mosswood to restock and resupply. Let us put Scardy Bendblade to work once more before we depart Swanfleet and travel north to deliver our warning. Back to Mosswood. Scotty gives you a gruff greeting as you enter a shop.
I did not think you would return to Mosswood so quickly.
Just so happens that Geralt and Wenna came by a short time ago, and they asked me to prepare some equipment to give you in the event you returned. Seems they wanted to give you a reward for looking after their boy Tegwin. They arranged to pay for it, so who am I to argue? They blame me for it? I think they blame me for it. They have so far kept the lad from bothering me as often as he used to, which is nearly payment enough, if you ask me. Nearly, I said. Peace of mind is about food on the table, but luckily for you, coin does. So you pick whatever you like, and no cost to you. 330, 358, 360, 770.
So where does your road now lead? Old Cardolan, you say?
Scotty strokes his beard. Not a lot there, as I understand it. Tim and Ildar talk, you'd think it was a great kingdom, but that was long ago. Claimed by war and plague it was, apparently. Now it's remembered mainly by rangers by scholars, by those with the misfortune to hear them go on about it. I'll not stop you, but if you're going that way, you'll need to cross the river Tharbad. The bridge there is out, and the crossing will not be pleasant. Enjoy yourself, Rugond. I'll stay here in my shop, wherever it's warm and dry. This sounds like Bob Ross music. The hell?
Scotty is right. If we are to reach Cardolan, we will need to cross the river Gwathlo at Tharbad.
When the Numenoians built the city, its great bridge provided a valuable link to Gondor, and trade with the Southlands flourished. When time the King of Arnor diminished and Tharbad was abandoned, the South Road became less traveled than in prosperous days. Masonry clambered over the years, and parts of the city fell into the river. The great thaw that followed the fell winter released the floodwaters, and portions of the mighty bridge were lost for good. When folk crossed the river Tharbad before the bridge was built, and it should remain possible even now that the bridge is gone. We'll travel northwest to Tharbad and see for ourselves, Rogond. Let us meet in the shadow of the broken bridge in the southern bank. Over here, yeah. Hello, Savaleron, legendary traveler. 141. Woo! Alright, off to Tharbad. You're in Cardolan. Entering Tharbad.
Would you lend me your aid?
I'm a woodcutter friend, not a fighter. When I encountered orcs within the flooded sea, I ran. Without shame, but I tell you, I dropped my axe, though I needed it for my livelihood. You think you could repay the orcs for this insult and recover my axe at the same time? Alright, let me woman sits astride a tall steed on the bank of the Guathlo.
Hold, strangers. Be you friend or foe to Rohan?
I admit I cannot tell from your mien. Are you a friend to Rohan's people? You're sure the woman that you and Manildo do not seek to cause trouble for any good folk, and that you merely seek to cross the river on your way north? The woman thinks for a moment and then nods. She turns her eye upon Manildir. I don't think this question too far, but I must ask it. Your dress, as I was told, the Dunedain Ranger's dress, well suited for a life in the wilderness and the inhospitable north. Be one of this kind. They are the folk I seek, and my errand is urgent. The question's not an easy one to answer. Let us say I was once of that folk, but if need drives you to seek the Dunedain, your search is not at an end. Yet our purposes may align, for Rugond and I also seek the Rangers of the north. Neither turns his gaze upon the tumultuous river. He shall pass requires before the Guathlo, the river of grave flood. It will not be easy. I fear the raging waters will be too much in places for you to your steed to safely make the crossing. It appears oaks watch the shallows. Now I know the Rohirrim from tales would not know they are loath to part with their horses unless at great need. If such is the need that drives you, I would know your name. Perhaps you will tell us of your errand on the far bank. If not, I bid you farewell, for Rugon Knight can no longer delay. The woman thinks for a moment and then regretfully dismounts from her steed.
Farewell, my stockman. May you find your way back to the yellow fields of the mark.
I will see you again when my task is done. The woman turns back to you, a cold look in her eye. The fate of Rohan rests upon my quest. I would not leave one so loyal as my stockmod. So swears Egfirith of Fabham, who is ridden here with all haste to require the help Theoden King requires. Let us ford the river, and at once. Okay. Seems like a... Okay. I might... this first. Over here. Alright. The hell was that? New deed. Orc Slayer of Cardlon. Okay. Beat many orcs in Cardlon. Oh, we actually have some reputation stuff now, finally. I mean, again. Okay. Alrighty, now find missing X. Should be right in here, right? Aha! Woodcutter Huel must have dropped this axe when he fled from the orcs in Tharbad. Whoops, got a face start. Sorry. Blah, 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 blah. I return.
Yes.
Oh, there's my axe. What would I have done without? Oh, no, this is not my axe. The axe is completely different.
Yes.
That's not mine. That means its owner might still be somewhere in the city and in danger. You should return to where you found it and see if you can find and help its owner. It's the right thing to do. Oh, new deed. Tales of Cardalon. Although the realm of Cardalon was long ago ravaged by Angmon, the Great Plague, a few hardy folk still dwell within reach of the grasping shadows of the Barrow Downs. You have this trample to the southwest. Perhaps the axe's owner went that way? Oh, another silver. Blood stains the earth here, and tracks lead southwest. Slain unfortunate. Someone ran afoul of the orcs to his ill fortune. The owner of the axe ran afoul of the orcs and Tharbad and perished. Hello.
Yes.
You found the owner of the axe, but he was already slain by orcs. Sad end, truly. I'll wield this axe in memory of this poor unfortunate Rugonda. From this day forth, I will dedicate its work to making wooden weapons that will repay the orcs for the life they took this day. I swear it. Thank you for doing what you could. 22. Alright, there we go. The 20 quests in Cardalon. Levy plaque. An ancient plaque with time-worn writing. Indeed, the ravaging of Cardalon. Find lost relics and lore of the realm of Cardalon. Okay. Neato burrito. Alright, I think this is a good place to leave it off. Where was I? Here. What the hell was I looking for? See. Yeah, what is on, or I would raid out. Anyways. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Like I said, I would like nobody's on right now that I like. I'm doing playing Lotro. Dang. Yeah, it's quiet on Twitch. Alright, anyways. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the raid and good sub. Appreciate it. And should be back tomorrow. Yeah, I should be back tomorrow. Trying to get back on on schedule. But you know, I'm not very good at that. So yeah. As always, stay blessed, my friends. Wait. Good night.